The chain reaction is a process in which six festivals from Italy, international festival, and as in the context of ASSITEJ Italy, we invite and we travel and we connect with colleagues, and we ask these colleagues to connect with other persons. So what we did is inviting a client, she said, oh, we need to invite this other person. We stimulate the chain reaction. So we started with 3 speakers and we end up to 20 speakers. So we split it into this meeting. And this is the demonstration that the chain reaction logic needs to be spreaded and that we can connect and not keep our contacts, but to interconnect is the most important thing. Maybe today you will understand things, maybe not. Maybe you will just see a face that you will meet in Cuba, walking all around. But I'm sure that you will feel more connected and have a general idea of how in Brazil the scene for TYA is composed by the real life of the different persons that are working and struggling with making this scene surviving, because we know culture is always a complex space to work in. In TYA, it's even more complex, and in Brazil, it looks like they are really fighting for a survival.
Hello, welcome. Feel at home. It is wonderful to have this group of people to join the chain reaction sessions. Cristina asked me, what do you think? Shall we do something preparing for Cuba? It's actually a get-to-know session because we are going to meet in person in Cuba, right, guys? Yes. So this is to start the conversation and getting to know each other, and also this wonderful group of festivals in Italy that are just rocking it. They're everywhere, you know. It is a wonderful platform to share contacts, to share the international possibilities, and it's not always the same face coming, it's different faces, and it's really working. I remember the beginning of this concept, and congratulations, Cristina and Linda. Yes, and well, I had my own chain reaction. I could say my own Amazonas network was something of putting people together, letting know. Aglaya remembers the beginning of the first Paideia Festival. I remember calling the Danish Plus Festival and saying, I have no money, but I would like to come. And then they invited me to see how was it possible to fund international work in Brazil. At that time, was the Paideia Festival, was the first festival. But when I was in Chile, it was really where I took the role of bringing the work and the professionals from Latin America to the spaces in Europe and North America too, and Asia too. So this is something that was, you know, like it's something I felt it was important to do. It's important to make people know how great there is work and professionals everywhere. And so that's my role.
Todo comenzó en el 2019 en Uruguay, Montevideo, en el encuentro artístico del Comité Ejecutivo Internacional, donde fui representando a Assitej Cuba como presidenta del Ejecutivo en la reunión de la red iberoamericana. Y allí en una gran mesa, Assitej Internacional se preguntaba dónde sería la nueva sede del Congreso. Y yo pensé, bueno, ¿y por qué no lo hacemos en Cuba? A pesar de las crisis económicas que Cuba lleva sufriendo hace un tiempo, Cuba tiene creada una plataforma y un aseguramiento y una protección a las artes escénicas y al teatro para los niños y a la infancia. Y a pesar de las crisis económicas, siempre se pueden encontrar soluciones creativas para un evento como este. Cuando lo dije en la mesa, recuerdo que Ibe Hardy y Bebé De Soares se pusieron muy contentas y Ibe Hardy dijo, si se pudo hacer en Sudáfrica, ¿por qué no en Cuba? Regresé a La Habana, hablé con en ese momento el que era actual viceministro de Cultura y me dijo, sí, vamos a hacer un evento como este porque es muy importante para el teatro para niños de Cuba y de América. Y a partir del 2019 hemos creado o tratado, hemos estado tratando de encontrar soluciones creativas para enfrentarnos a este evento, el más importante de nuestra asociación. Como cosas generales puedo compartirles que pensamos que asistan más de 1000 artistas de más de 70 países. Vamos a tener una programación de 25 producciones. A nuestra convocatoria se presentaron 542 producciones internacionales y se seleccionaron 15 producciones que representaban a todas las regiones del mundo. Tenemos Australia, República Checa, Italia, Eslovenia, Dinamarca, España, Sudáfrica, Italia, Corea, Chile, México, Brasil, Argentina, Turquía y Alemania, y 10 agrupaciones cubanas. Tenemos un extenso programa profesional con 72 talleres, conferencias, paneles. El evento será sede de los talleres regionales de Babel, que acogerá a 28 artistas. ¿Me escuchas bien? A 28 artistas iberoamericanos, a 28 artistas iberoamericanos. Acogeremos también el programa New Generation, que acogerá 15 artistas caribeños, iberoamericanos también. Y uno de los atractivos de nuestro evento es que estará presente la presidencia de Iberoamerican con su comité ejecutivo y lanzarán en nuestro congreso la convocatoria de Iberoamerican para el 2025. Aprovecho que comienzo de nuevo para decirles que Cuba fue sede del Congreso en el año 93 y ha sido el único país que ha sido sede en América de un Congreso Mundial de la ASSITEJ, y ahora lo repite por segunda vez. Y eso para nosotros es un honor y una gran responsabilidad. Entonces, para los que no me habían podido escuchar, pensamos que a partir del 24 de mayo próximo tengamos en nuestro país a más o menos 1000 artistas provenientes de 70 países, donde podrán apreciar una programación de 25 presentaciones, 15 internacionales que representan a todas las regiones del mundo, y 10 cubanas. En ese momento en Cuba estaremos siendo anfitriones también de los talleres regionales de Babel, dedicados al diseño escénico, a la dramaturgia, al programa New Generation, que estarán integrados por artistas en su mayoría iberoamericanos y caribeños. El espacio tiene 72, en el programa internacional tenemos 72 talleres, conferencias, paneles, que estarán enfocados a diversos temas desde la educación, patrimonio público, diversidad, inclusión, y que estarán abiertos también al trabajo de las redes profesionales y de las redes regionales. El evento estará realizándose en 2 sesiones, en 2 espacios de La Habana, en 2 barrios. Las asambleas generales de nuestro Congreso se estarán realizando en los salones del Hotel Nacional, que están en el reparto del Vedado, en Plaza de la Revolución, muy cerca donde se desarrollarán las asambleas generales del Congreso. A 100 metros estará el pabellón Cuba, que es un centro cultural donde se visibiliza la vanguardia artística joven de Cuba, y ahí estarán desarrollándose las actividades nocturnas y será centro de acreditación del evento, muy cerca del Hotel Nacional y del Pabellón Cuba. Es el lugar de los teatros donde estará realizándose en diferentes horarios la programación teatral. A 3 kilómetros de este espacio del Vedado se estarán desarrollando en el horario de las mañanas el programa internacional en La Habana Vieja, en el centro histórico. Ahí será el sitio de los debates, las conferencias, los talleres. El centro histórico tiene muchas salas museos, espacios temáticos como la Casa de África, donde ahí estarán encontrándose los artistas de África, la Casa de México, donde se desarrollarán todas las actividades de la red iberoamericana. Estará desarrollándose también la Casa de la Poesía como sede de todos los acontecimientos que se desarrollarán en el centro histórico y sede de acreditación también como puesto de mando. Estará el ARCA, que es el Museo del Títere, donde también tendrá un programa dedicado al títere. Y muy cerca estará desarrollándose el Festival Internacional de Danza Tránsito, ahí también en la sede de la compañía de danza Retazos, del 24 de mayo al 1 de junio, que es la fecha que se desarrollará nuestro congreso. Estaremos hermanados también a otros eventos internacionales que estarán ocurriendo en las mismas áreas de nuestro evento. Por ejemplo, el Festival Internacional Tránsito, que en esta edición estará dedicada a la danza para niños. Estará el Festival Internacional Corazón Feliz, que también tiene un espacio para la música infantil y la poesía infantil y el teatro. Y estará desarrollándose el Taller Internacional de Narración Oral y el Taller Internacional de Poesía. O sea, son eventos muy importantes que se van a hermanar a nuestro congreso. Yo les decía también que estará, para los que no me escucharon, algo muy importante que Iberoamerican estará presente con su presidencia, participando de las actividades del Congreso, y ahí en nuestro Congreso lanzará la convocatoria de Iberoamerican para el 2025. Va a estar el presidente de Iberoamerican, su presidencia, con todo su comité ejecutivo, y desarrollarán también su agenda de reuniones. Entonces, para mayor información, para información más detallada, podrán visitar nuestra página web, la página web del Congreso. Ahí en la página web, a través de la página web, tienen que hacer la acreditación. Los interesados en participar en nuestro Congreso deben acreditarse a través de la página web. La cuota de inscripción oscila en diferentes precios. En nuestra página web van a tener detalles de todas las cuotas de inscripción. Van a oscilar en diferentes precios según los países, de mayor o menor recurso, según la cantidad de grupos. O sea, van a tener precios asequibles y variados. Assitej Internacional y Assitej Cuba depende de esas cuotas de inscripción también para la organización de eventos. Entonces, algo muy importante también es que hay un post-congreso. Terminando el congreso el 1 de junio, los artistas que quieran quedarse pueden quedarse en esa semana posterior, del 2 de junio al 9 de junio, que se va a desarrollar en diferentes zonas de Cuba, en diferentes países. Entonces, los invito a que visiten primero nuestra página web. La acreditación estará abierta hasta el 1 de mayo. Los interesados tienen que ir antes del 1 de mayo a visitarla. Y para terminar, invitarlos, decir que estamos muy contentos de poder recibirlos en nuestro país, en nuestra Habana. Decir que los objetivos fundamentales de este encuentro es favorecer el intercambio entre todos nosotros, favorecer intercambios de superación y, por sobre todas las cosas, empoderar el arte que hacemos, empoderar a los artistas iberoamericanos y caribeños, irradiar la luz de Assitej Internacional en estos países del Caribe y de América, donde no ha llegado Assitej, y por sobre todas las cosas, escuchar las voces de un mundo nuevo, que son las voces de nuestro público, las voces de nuestros niños, de nuestros jóvenes que estarán presentes en nuestros espacios de debate y de reflexión hacia las artes que hacemos para ellos. Y muchas gracias por invitarme a este encuentro a 2 meses del evento.
Fibra lives until 2019. We have our material who I will I forgot English. We had Emilio today. He makes this presentation, and we was very happy about this. Yes, I can read in English that you know what is fibra, but I will tell you, Brazil is very big. It's a very, very big country. And the different from region, from south, and all people, all is very different too. And our festivals are very, very different. You will see this when we present this. But the network of Fibra begins with Karin Ascioli. She's here too. And she was, yes, we need to do something together. And then we created in 2019 a collective with 8 groups and with a national scope. And we are all festivals in Brazil who works with international countries and groups. In order to achieve this mission, Fibra aims to take the following actions: create a stronger and more legitimate representation with public, private, national, international funders in search of research for collective actions, share and circulate international shows in order to optimize costs and carry out other exchange activities. You understand? You hear? Can you hear me?
We hear you
Okay.
and we follow you. And I should tell you that it looks like it's really a twin project with chain reaction because we are festival together in a network.
Yes, Bebê told me.
Yes. Create calendar of performing arts and multidisciplinary festivals for children in Brazil, with the aim of establishing a channel for communication and dissemination of shows. Promote actions that contribute to strengthening reflection on art for children and young people, such as setting up a text bank, carrying out training activities, developing and supporting specialty criticism, among others. Stimulation research in the field of theater in order to contribute to the development of the arts of children. To integrate international arts festivals for children and young people, giving Fibra greater representation as a Brazilian delegation at international festivals, favoring the optimization of resources and the sharing of information and activities. The first is Espetacular International Art Show for Children, Curitiba. Please, Michelle, it's new time.
Now, yes. Oh, thank you so much for being here. It's very, very special. And Cristina Bebê told me that the chain reaction is very similar with Fibra. So we need to go together. Espetacular is the festival in south of Brazil, Curitiba. Bebê is curator of my festival. And it's a big honor.
It's my hometown. Yeah.
Yes, Bebê is from Curitiba too. And we are in the 8th edition in this year, in September. but the first edition took place in 2016 in Curitiba, always in Curitiba. From the beginning, the curator sought to gather proposals from different artistic languages that promote relation experience and change the traditional role of artwork. We have tried to create a project that lives up to its name, which is spectacular, but it doesn't mean that attractions have to be big or structured, but that they have to be thrilling, inviting people to be together and to have experience that they will remember in their minds and hearts. This is the DNA of Mostra Espetacular. It's very, the festival is made with hearts. The program presents national and international contemporary performing arts. We have shows, concerts, sensory experience, exhibitions, lectures, and formative actions of art for children. And during the festival, Curitiba hosts artists from the city, other Brazilian states, and abroad. In parks, theaters, cultural spaces, schools, and other places. We are in Curitiba General. It's occupied. It's right, Bebê?
Occupied, yeah, an occupation. The city is occupied.
An occupation, yes. But it's a big city, it's not a small city. So we have qualitative artistic attraction, creative action, and encounters with the offer to involve children and their families, adults, artists, educators, researchers, and art lovers. About the founding, Spectacular doesn't have a single formal founding. Every year we have a different reality. The project carried out so far have been supported by various tax incentives. We have 3 types, federal, state, of municipal. Some have been realized with our own funds or with grants, but fundamentally, we have support by partnerships with artists and the public. So I think it's this. Thank you so much.
If I can add something, Michelle, something that I really loved, if I can add something, what I really love in this festival is that the whole festival is free. So there's a system, and it's about access. It's really, if you want that every child has a chance to be at the festival, in the reality of Curitiba, or in Brazil in general. So Michelle is very, very committed to find funding to be able to pay for the festival, that it's completely free. And that's really amazing. Yeah.
Thank you,
and
Bebê.
I forgot to tell that we are in I put this in schools, because
so
we
the
go
show
to the school show.
are also going into the schools. Okay, so spread international, national. Every year you need to struggle with money. Free for all the children, and Bebê is an advisor of the artistic contents, and it's in the south. Very nice. 8 years. Again, once the number can stick in our brain, how many days?
10 days.
How many performances?
What?
How many performances?
In this year, we need to have 20 performance and 10 formative action. Okay. Because we have the founding of the city.
Okay.
Normally is it 20, 30?
Okay. So you said performative action. So it's not just shows. Let's go on another festival in Brazil. Take your flight. Ready to go. Who's next? Let me see here.
Michele, you say that, do you want to speak about meaning?
Later, not here. And here is Karen with you.
Okay. I have the old program, sorry.
I know.
Karen, are you here?
Because you arranged yourself the presentation, so this is the reason why I'm not calling
Yeah,
you.
okay,
I know that
okay.
you spoke together between you. So,
Okay,
and that's
okay.
very nice. Karen Accioli?
Oui, je suis là.
Ciao. Which
Ciao.
language are you going to speak?
On va parler en français, d'accord?
Okay, and I will translate consequentially, so you will have less time, but we will be fantastic. Ciao, go.
Oh, thank you for invitation. Bon, les filles, il avait né 2003, donc on a 21 ans, 21 années, et nous sommes très heureuses d'être dans cet échange pluriel. So, on est un type de festival qui mélange tout, mélange les choses qui ne sont pas nominées, d'accord?
I'm translating in the chat, so you can go.
D'accord. Qui ne sont pas nominés, qui sont une expérience, qui sont très, très sans préjugés. Par exemple, tu peux mélanger les traditionnels avec les pop. Tu peux mélanger des choses qui sont ancestrales avec les digitales. Donc, tout ça, c'est notre programmation. À chaque année, on cherche les choses qui sont des curiosités. Je peux dire que c'est un festival de curiosités qui mélange les arts scéniques, visuels, digitales et les choses qui ne sont pas nominées. Donc, à les petits formats, les grands formats, le médium format, ça dépend des choses qu'on regarde dans la saison de programmation. Je vais traduire?
Non, j'ai traduit dans la chat.
D'accord. Donc, les prochaines slides, próxima imagem, Emílio. So, ça, c'est un peu de fil. Les dernières éditions, c'est les figures à droite haut, qui c'est comme les expos de l'enfance brésilienne, parce que notre thématique, c'était la cosmogonie d'enfance. Donc, avec tout dedans, avec les expos du nord-est des pays, avec le danse des sud-est des pays, avec les mélanges entre le Brésil et Russie, le Brésil et Bosnie, avec des choses qui sont une expérience. Donc, nous ne savons pas comment comment le public va recevoir, mais c'est toujours une expérience. Par exemple, on a invité les artistes de cirque pour raconter ces histoires et pour monter un petit spectacle avec son histoire. Donc, on a fait 10 spectacles comme ça. C'est un petit format qui raconte l'histoire de chaque artiste, de chaque trajectoire qu'ils ont. Donc, on a toujours les programmations pour les petites enfances et pour les adultes aussi, parce que maintenant, avec 20 ans d'années, on a cette génération qui a grandi avec les spectacles de films. Donc, on a déjà invité plusieurs compagnies, mais maintenant, on travaille beaucoup sur l'idée de vice-versa. Donc, c'est pas une idée nouvelle. On travaille toujours avec cette idée que si on amène, si on invite, on va aussi les autres pays. C'est un 50-50. Les financements, ça dépend. Ça dépend si nous sommes dans le gouvernement Bolsonaro, si nous sommes dans la politique d'un maire de Rio qui est évangélique. Tout ça dépend. Donc, pour cette année, on cherche l'argent. Nous n'avons pas de l'argent pour l'instant, mais on va trouver. Comme toujours. Toutes les années, c'est comme ça. Hein? C'est pas facile, c'est pas que tu as le 20 années que tu as déjà l'argent. Non. Tu cherches chaque année, c'est un peu différent de l'Europe, par exemple. Et vous saviez déjà combien de l'argent vous avez. Nous, non. Donc, c'est ça, notre petite histoire. nous sommes très ouverts sans aucune prédilection pour quelque langage. Et ça, c'est le grand trésor, je crois, de film.
Merci Karen, veramente merci, ça nous a donné, this gave us the feeling of this mix of texture, of material ideas, inspiration, and very challenging, and it was also nice, and for all the people listening to us or to the recording, if you have this strange format like circus artists telling their story, is really about connection between the audience, local audience, and artist, and it looks like it's a kind of an experience for the artist to frequent the festival. So we love this because it's a part of added value, a chain reaction that you set between the audience and the artist, and it's not coming, performing, and going. So this looks very interesting. One question, when and how do you recruit? Comment tu cherches et tu trouves les artistes? How do you find?
Je vais aller à les coins de tout. Tu sais, parce que nous sommes allés ensemble à plusieurs festivals. On cherche comme une fourmi.
Okay.
Parfois, ci sont.
Okay. Karen is traveling all around in the world to look for artists to meet, and then she set a dialogue, and then they find the right format or the right project to be presented in film. But now let's go to Paideia. Aglaia, the floor is yours.
Mm-hmm. Paideia is our festival exists until 18 years. This year, and the festival, it's a little, I will explain a little bit that you understand. We are a theater company who exists until 25 years, 26 years now. And our work is in this 26 years with children, with young people, with teachers, and we do theater for children and young people. And for this work, we need, it's a very collaborative festival, yes, because our festival, it's done from the company of theater from us, but the young people with them we work, they help us and organize the festival and so on. The internet, you do a question for us, why they begin, which situation it's begin. Our festival begin because our theater work, it's longer than 26 years. We make in other place festivals, but not international festivals. We make local festivals. But we have internship with many groups. We were invited many times to go to Germany and makes exchange with theater groups. We make a long exchange, more than 12 years with the German group. First was Theater, and later was Düsseldorfer Schauspielhaus in Germany, and with Argentinian groups and so on. And this international work bring us to other people, yes, and to other festivals, and then we meet other persons. And one of the most important things for our festival is to put together all people. It's a place where we want to connect people from our public, our young people, our children, with international, with national, with artists from Brazil, and so on. We make many I forgot the name in English, intercambios. What's the name?
Exchange.
Exchange.
Yes, we make many exchange work. And for us, it's very important to bring groups to São Paulo who has a story, who has something that we can learn for them, that we can exchange with them, who has many experience with children and young people and other forms of theater, other forms of thinking. And this mix is paideia a little bit. And we, yes, I can't say many hours about this, but I think it's enough in this moment. To get money, it's a problem. Karin says very, very clear. It's a problem from all festivals. It's a very big problem. We don't have money. All years we begin to look for money, and it's very difficult. Very difficult. This year our festival is in September, but we don't have the money. We have partners, yes. The city will Seschi and so on. They want to be, but we don't have something for the work from us. And then it's always a big battaglia. I don't know. In Espanhol, battaglia is the same.
È battaglia.
Yes,
Sì.
è uma grande batalha.
Ecco.
Sim, e que mais que é importante? Você perguntou, you asked us what you think of our color. Our color, I think it's orange. And the animal, what I think it's a bee. Many bees work together.
Thank you, Aglaia. Thank you, Aglaia.
I think it's that.
Because you were following the question, because you should know that I asked some question to our colleagues to tell the festival in a structure. And the one thing was if your festival was a color or an animal, because I believe that when we travel and we meet colleagues or we listen about project, we need to have an empathic experience to remember the information and what we share. This is why I was asking this to my to those colleagues.
Yes.
Fibra's festival, we have understood which they are, and we have Emilio still missing. So women first. We had spread situation in Curitiba, and for Yango, the mix of everything, connect in Paideia. What about TIC Festival?
Hello, everyone. I'm Emilio from Ceará in the Nordeste of Brazil. And it's a pleasure to be here to share information about our festival. And my festival is called TIC Festivals. It is an international theater festival for children of Ceará, lovely known as TIC Festival. He started in 2011 with the aim of democratizing access to performing arts and fostering audience development, like Mostra Espetacular, organized by Michelle. The festival includes national and international content. It features a variety of venues and events, including circus, dance, cinema, music, visual arts, and theater, and different kinds of the theater for children. And our audience is from babies to 11-year-old child, and the festival it's all free. and take place every October and is held in Fortaleza and different small cities in Ceará, including cities without theaters. The series depends of the year. Each year it's different cities, but we take places every in Fortaleza. And the festival is divided into sections open to the public and the other sections for the public school. And the school sections are followed by a discussion about the performance and the next. And about our founding, the festivals, it's founded with a mixed public and private support. We utilize a fiscal incentive mechanism called the Rouanet law to raise funds. Throughout this law, the company, no theater companies, all the companies deduct the sponsorship amount from their tax. And if someone have to application to present in our festivals, you can apply through our website or contact me by email. So it's that.
Thank you, Emidio. A color and an animal for your festival.
My color is orange, like
Paideia.
Paideia. And the animal, it's a dolphin, because it is.
Okay, what about Karen?
Yeah, the Karen, yes. And I forgot true information that our sections have the Libras interpreters and our descriptions, and we are carbon free. That's the meaning. We calculate all our greenhouse gases emissions and neutralize it then through the plenty of native trees here.
Wow, amazing. So the dolphin is your animal. It's true. Karen, which is your animal and your color? Sorry, I need to say that the staff from Segni is writing to me. We want him to Mantova. Sorry, Karen, because of this that you said.
Okay, thank you so much.
This is part of the joke, you know. Karen, your animal and the color.
Ma petite fille, elle a dit que la couleur préférée, c'est le rainbow. Donc, my color is rainbow.
So, Phil, the color is a rainbow. Animal?
And my animal is phoenix. Oh, azul.
Okay, la fenice, the phoenix. Thank you. What about Michelle?
I was thinking colorful is like a color. It's like rainbow.
Okay.
So,
And
I think the animal is a little bird, but many little birds.
Okay.
Flying together.
Okay, so now we have Omar Alvarez and Idoia. We will be, as you were supposing, just a little bit on late, but I believe that we can go through all this. So Omar Alvarez, we are flying to Argentina.
Wait a minute, please. Because in our presentation, we have 2 more festivals because people can stay here with us.
Okay.
But just to say, because the Fibra is 8 festivals. So
okay.
We are here in 4 people, but we have 2 festivals in Brasília, in the center of Brazil, and São Paulo, when Aglaia is. And can I read fast?
No, I will be the bad one because just for you to know, if they will have space on another meeting, the 15th, because otherwise, since they were not on the program, I didn't know that you should speak about them also. So it's not a problem, but I think that we invited them to come to the meeting the 15th. So I invite all the people to come back and listen to the rest of the Festival of Brazil. We still miss 2 of them. Am I correct?
Perfect.
And
Okay.
if I may here, Cristina, it would be
Yeah.
great if Fibra could share this PDF with the people
Yes.
that are in the call, because it's very interesting, the information. So that's, yeah.
You will through the registration link, you will receive all the information. We don't have, you need to share it with us and we will share it with everybody. So let's fly to Argentina and then we go to Spain, to the mother tongue Spanish.
Okay,
Oh,
hello everybody. I'll try my poor English. In case of need, maybe Bebe can help me. Well, I'm Omar Alvarez. I'm a puppeteer since I was a child. Since almost 30 years ago, we managed a small theater, puppet theater. It's not only a puppet theater, but it's basically dedicated to puppetry arts. We are in the suburbs of Buenos Aires city, into a district, an industrial district. And the social reality of our town is particular because there are industries, there are neighbors with very poor people and middle class people. So one of the challenges of our festival is to integrate realities and becomes accessible the art of puppetry to all of our community. We, since 25 years ago, I'm touring as artist, and we thought that would be great to share the experience of an international festival to our community. So we started to work in the festival. It have different levels. There are shows for children, for families, and even for adults. And we work indoors in different theater, independent and small theater of our town. We work with in combination with official municipal theaters, and we work at streets, on factories, or for example, ideologically, our first show is played into the how to explain, to the prison. There are a prison, una prisión,
Sí.
penal, una unidad penal.
The jail
Of the provinces, yes, in the border of the district. So we start there working for the people who is there, prisoners, and to the kids of the prisoners. And that's why it is part of the work to integrate and to change the things. Then we work with schools, and another part of the project is to combine, to link the organizations and the institutional of the civic life of our community. So we work with schools, we work with the university. University is very important for us because in our city we have a national university where teach dance, circus, and puppetry as careers, as professional careers. So we have a high quality of teachers, performers, students, and we need to integrate to the daily life of people. So we invite them to produce things, events for the community, for invade the streets and play puppetry everywhere. You know, Buenos Aires is the central city, is the main city of the country. So we are in the borders. We suffer to live in the border, but we try to build identity of the borders, of our city, because for us it is very important. And there are a preconcept respect the city. Buenos Aires pulse is very different than the rest of the country. And the rest of the country look at for Buenos Aires as a problem. So we are in middle, and we work to integrate the parts of the country. So we combine the schedule, and we promote the circulation of artists who comes to Buenos Aires, to work to Buenos Aires, or go to the rest of the country. This is a very tiny work. It's very special. It's difficult to do, but it's amazing what happens when you work to build bridges. And also, personally, I have the obsession to make bridges with the region, with Latin America. So we organized a non-formal network, but an effective network, Aglaya knows, and we procure to exchange and do not renounce to the idea to invite a good artist because we have not the money. So how to do? Well, to work together, to open your program, to share, to be generous, very generous with other festivals, to try to do the things, to come things through. And I think that, well, I agree that the main problem is the finance. Our festival is free for audiences. We work with support from municipal government, province government, national government, even institutions, a little bit of private companies, or even commerces, local commerces, and support of the people. We invite to the people to support us with money, and we have a lot of support, not in money, in structure, human works.
In kind.
Yes.
Partners
Yes,
giving
like the
service
university, like the university. It is very important for us for complete the project. And what I means, it is the main challenge is to consolidate the networks and exchange, because when people meet, things happens, and I think that it will be very important to connect the networks and open windows into other regions of the world, to exchange, to become really the exchange. So suppose open a window of an European network, an Italian network in South America, because it's possible to connect festival of different regions. When we invite an artist, we try to move them. So they come to Buenos Aires, but then goes to Chile or goes to Uruguay or comes from Italy or moves to Colombia. And that's the point. It is possible. It is not
Omar,
easy.
We love this. And I ask you the question, how do you communicate? Do you have a platform in which you put the opportunity, just emailing, or
between the
how it functions?
Between the festivals?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it started with personal relationships, and we have a chat, and we promote the connection between them, because it is more easier. However, actually, I'm working in UNIMA, Latin American Commission. I work at the Festival Commission of UNIMA International, but actually we are organizing the Commission of Festivals in Latin America, and the idea is to make a platform to exchange. So if the information is there and anyone who need to get any contact, it is possible. It has to be in open and flexible. And well, what else? The animal and the color.
And color.
I think is horse color green. Strange, but nice.
It's nice. And the animal?
Yes, and the animal.
Horse and green.
Horse, yeah.
Okay. Perfetto. È il
Thank you very
cavallo.
much. Thanks for the space, and I celebrate this kind of ideas and works.
Thank you, Omar. And we want to get and to stay connected with your network and the Iberoamerican Scena and the Amazonas network. And it is when Chain Reaction says something, normally we do it. So be aware that we will connect. The 15th of April, there is another meeting on Iberoamerican Scena because we split it in two and we are still organizing it. So if you have any colleague that you think and you believe they should be there, please email me and set the Chain Reaction.
One of them will be there. Yes, another thing that I didn't say is that our theater hosts two different groups who works for TAI, and we try to help them to develop, you know, and we also host other festival, biannual festival, and we share our human structures to work.
Okay. That's amazing. So you help other structure to
yes,
go forward.
So, and they help us to work.
Are you available for residency or director of festival visiting you and exploring and observing how you do it?
I think it is possible. Yes, you know, the economy problem, the financial problem is we always have it. So if you can come, it is possible. Yes, sure.
Yes, as you said, if you have the idea, then you find the funding somehow. This is what we can do. If you have the connection and the person to connect, then you find a way to find the funding. This is how Chain Reaction is born. So now let's go to another country. I really wanted to feel this difference between the different world, Europe and Iberoamerican Scena and so on. So we go to one of the most important festivals in Spain, that is a governmental festival, but Idoia will tell us more about this. And it's really another point of view. We will finish at 40, I promise, and I will not interrupt you anymore. Bye, Idoia.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me, for inviting Feten to be here. I go to try to speak in English, but I think that is better, but I am a little with the English. Okay, Feten, like you said, it's a festival, but it's main a fair, like a market, for all the professionals of the sector of performing arts in Spain. The project was born in 1991. This was the 34th edition this year. And it's start because for the necessity for create to a main point to put together the creation, yes, connect the creation for the families and the childs and the childrens and the companies, no, and the programmers, no. And in the beginning, it was only 15 companies. This year, we have 77 companies. And we have more or less 10 or 15% of the program internationals program. This year was nine companies of international companies. No, yeah, some of you now FETEN. I go to put here a moment one catalog, bueno, the main catalog. Yeah, the program of FETEN include all the disciplines: circus, theater, objects, theater, puppets, dance, more performance installations. We are open to receive the proposals of all types of disciplines, language, because this is the interest of us. It's like, listen, what is the creators doing? No? For this, we open a call in the summer, more or less in July, for receive the proposal of the companies. This is important because we can travel, but not so much, and the fair is all the years. And for international proposals, it's important that the people can apply in this period in the summer. We always put the apply in our website and also in our social medias. No? We are an organization, a public, like you said, no, a public organization from the city council, but we also receive support of the states and our community. It's true that we are a small team because we are a culture foundation that have a lot of programs of culture, and one of them is the Arts Performance Fair International for Families, children. Thank you for my English. I am trying do my best.
And you did it. Tell us the animal.
Yeah. Well, okay. The animal, maybe we can say okapi, is a very strange because it's a mixture between a horse and zebra and giraffe, because this is like a mixture that all the language or the space, because in FETEN also we program all type of states, formats, small, big ones, very new ones. We are very open in this. And the color, maybe we choose the super pink, very powerful because the spirit of FETEN is that all the sector can be together in our city, and the motivation and the spirit of stay together and share a lot, because we have also professional activities, and we invite to the programmers to the accommodation and also some professional activities with the objective that can enjoy, yeah, like a very tool for their work, can see a lot of shows in only a week, and to do a network.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
This is why we invited Idoia, because Idoia is a kind of, and the hair festival for 10 may be a place in which we can meet, speak Spanish, speak English, whatever we want, and see a lot of shows, and then go back to our country and create this tour and network. Because, for example, FETEN, as she said, has a budget to invite delegates from abroad. So this is maybe a connection, a chain reaction bridging that we can create. And also, if, like Omar, you need artists that may travel in your country and so on with the other festival in Brazil, maybe you can go there. And also both sides, because maybe you can invite Idoia and connect with the other side of the world. So thank you.
Sorry. No, yes, it's true because we have an international call open too for the programmes and a meeting international. Also, Aglaya, Bebe, and others was there, and we have a meeting with international people there. Yeah, thank you.
And this comes from the chain reaction. I curate this meeting with Bebe, and Bebe was in Feten, and she said, you should have Idoia. And so we invited Idoia. So
Cristina, we have to go 1 minute more because I'm going to say something now, maybe strange to some, but you know, it's incredible. I have had people asking me, can you tell me what is Latin America? Exactly. You know, like they confound Latin America with South America. And I would like to explain the concept of Iberoamerican, because Iberoamerica really includes Spain and Portugal, actually, right? Or Portugal is not there. See, even I am now in doubt. So in the Assitej network, but also it's just a consequence of the way we act in real life. We are connected the whole time in Iberoamerica. We have the Rede Iberoamericana de Centros Nacionales de Assitej. We have, you know, that. So it makes total sense that Idoia is here today, because she is one of us. They are in Spain. It's in Europe, you know, but culturally, she's one of us. Yeah. It's not a tropical country, though. Yeah, no. But Argentina also is not. Yes, just this clearing that when we talk about Iberoamerica, you have always the other countries with us.
And this is definitely why we made this meeting. We will have a second round the 15th of April. And I want really to thank you all. And Irene is still there on Meet listening to us. Because we did a miracle to finish quite on time, even if we lost a lot of time on technicalities. I feel that we understood each other, and we did one thing that I really thank you for. We auto-implemented us, trying to translate in the chat, thank you, Francois, that get in to the French. And I feel that even if it was not our language, we simplified maybe the communication. But I have the feeling, I have curiosity, and I know more about all the festivals. And I have the feeling that Cuba and the Congress will be really an amazing situation and place. And I'm really happy that I will meet you. But for those who will not be there, we will try to bridge and to share this experience. So let's try in those 2 months. This is something we have shared also in the Executive Committee, and I am always ambassador of this, how we engage people that are not with us in the Congress, in the gathering, to understand how relevant is what we are doing. The chain reaction meeting toward Cuba are for this reason there, and I'm so happy that we felt this mix of cultures that has a kind of a common root and are, as Bebe was saying, so able to exchange. I want to thank Antonella, that was making a hell of a job in the translation, and to all of you to express yourself not in your language and making us feeling really and understanding a small inspiration of your wonderful and amazing project. Bebe wants to say something, last word?
Yes, I want to say that we are going to tell everything that happened in Cuba, maybe in another chain reaction.
Absolutely.
Yes, we will be happy to tell, but you should go. You should go. I am telling to everybody, save money somewhere else, just come. It's going to be amazing. Yes.